Jesus will cast out those who keep Sunday instead of the Sabbath. The day of judgment is coming. Many who claim to follow Christ will stand before him, expecting to be welcomed into his kingdom. But instead, they will hear the terrifying words, "Depart from me, I never knew you." Why? Because they chose man's traditions over God's commandments. Millions believe that worshipping on Sunday is acceptable because they've been told that Jesus abolished the Sabbath or that it no longer matters. But is that true? Does the Bible actually say that the Sabbath was changed, or is this one of the greatest deceptions in history? Jesus warned about false worship. In Matthew 7:21-23, Jesus gives a chilling warning. "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, 'Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works?' And then I will profess unto them, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.'" What is iniquity? It is lawlessness, breaking God's commandments. Those who claim to know Christ but reject his law will be cast out, and this includes those who knowingly reject the fourth commandment, the Sabbath. The Sabbath was never changed by Jesus. From the very beginning, God set apart the seventh day, Saturday, as his holy day. Genesis chapter 2:2-3 tells us, "And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." It was never just for the Jews. It was a creation ordinance meant for all humanity. In Exodus 28:11, God gives the fourth commandment. "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." Yet today, billions of Christians reject this command and follow a day of worship that was never ordained by God. Who changed the Sabbath to Sunday? History proves that Sunday worship was never commanded by Jesus or the apostles. The change was made by men, not God. In AD 321, Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worshipper, decreed that Sunday, the day of the sun god, should be a day of rest for the empire. Later, the Roman Catholic Church openly admitted that they changed the Sabbath to Sunday. The Catholic record boldly states, "Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that." But can any church override the commands of God? The final judgment, will Jesus cast you out? Revelation warns that in the last days, false worship will separate the saved from the lost. Revelation 14:12 says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." Those who truly follow Christ obey all of God's commandments, including the Sabbath. But those who continue to reject the Sabbath for Sunday worship are choosing the authority of men over God. The challenge to skeptics and non-believers. Now, here is the challenge. Can you find one verse where God changed the Sabbath to Sunday? Can you find one command from Jesus or the apostles instructing Sunday worship? The answer is simple. You cannot. No such verse exists. Sunday worship is a man-made tradition, not a biblical command. And the Bible warns that those who follow traditions over God's law will be rejected by Christ himself. The final warning, make your choice now. Jesus is coming soon. Will he recognize you as one of his own, or will he cast you out for rejecting his commandments? The choice is yours. Will you obey God or follow man-made tradition? Jesus is calling. The truth has been spoken. What will you do with it? Choose today whom you will serve.